Well guys, it happened! Passed my driving test! Oh my goodness. So yes, this video is going to be me talking about how my practical driving test went. The response to my theory test has actually been a really good response. Like, I've got a lot of comments and like people asking questions about the apps and stuff. So I hope my insight on my practical test will help some of you who are going to be doing your practical soon. So I actually passed with only 2 minors, which I think is pretty good if you ask me. I think you can get up to 15 minors. Like, you've got quite a few small mistakes you can make without failing, essentially. And I only got 2, and I am so proud of myself. And I passed first go, so, you know, I'd like to think that makes me quite a good driver, but we'll see when I'm actually driving without an instructor in the car. So the 2 minors that I got, one was for gear changes, right? And this was right at the very end, and I'm so annoyed at myself because I even said, oh, I didn't need to do that. And essentially I came up to like a really big roundabout that is famous in the area that I live in. There was a car that was coming round and I thought it was continuing, like it was going to come past me, so I went to slow down and change gear, and then last minute it signalled and turned off, so I was then clear to go. But because I changed gear, like it was just a bit unnecessary, so I got a minor for that. And then the other minor was for move off safety. And I'm not sure when I got that minor, but I think I didn't check my blind spot one of the times that I got pulled over, and then he asked me to start off again. So I think that's what the other one was for. And I only got 2. So I'm reading off of the actual driving report. So you get one of these at the end of your test, and then the examiner keeps one as well. And yeah, it just tells you basically all the stuff that you could get penalties for, essentially. There's 33 options. Some are just like spare spaces in case there's extra that needs to be written down. There's quite a few things that they evaluate you on. If you are having your driving test soon and you don't know what this is, I will leave a link to a PDF copy in the description below so you can have a look at it in more detail. And here's my actual certificate. I'm covering up my driving license number so no one can steal my identity. That's what it looks like. And yeah, I passed. And I'm very happy with myself. So I'm now going to briefly talk you through kind of what I felt like throughout the test, and just, I don't know if I have any tips or tricks to help you with this one, unfortunately, but I'm just going to give you my experience of what it was like. My driving test was at 11 minutes past 11 AM. So I was thinking that's like a good luck number, you know, 11:11, make a wish. So I was like, that's in my favor, you know. And anyone who's wondering why was it so specific, honestly, I don't know. They're all very specific timings. So we got to the test centre at about 11 AM, so 10 minutes before my slot. So we pull up, we park in one of the spaces, and one of the examiners comes, knocks on the window and asks to speak to my instructor. And I was like, uh-oh, what's gonna go on now? And so he just kind of told her off for being 10 minutes early. I don't know. And I was just sat there in the car thinking, I hope I don't get him, because it's not making a very good first impression, is it, being told off like that? But yeah, so we went in, sat down in the waiting room, which was honestly the worst part about the actual test. Just sitting there waiting for the examiner to come in and actually start the thing, because you just kind of sat there like feeling all anxious, and I was trying to keep calm, and my instructor said that I did look calm. Didn't really feel it though. But yeah, then they all come in like one by one. There was 4 of us who were having our tests at the same time, so 4 examiners came in. My examiner was the last one, and my instructor said that the one who usually comes in last has to do the reverse bay park, and that's usually because everyone then leaves the test centre and drives off, and then the person who's last has more time and space to do the reverse bay park. So I was like, oh no, that's the one I'm gonna have to do, like the manoeuvre. So you have 4 manoeuvres and that's one of them, and it's definitely not my best one. So I was kind of a little bit worked up about that. But the examiner was lovely. He was so nice, made me feel so relaxed. He was very, very happy. And my instructor said that he doesn't usually do the area that I was doing my test in, but I guess that was really lucky, you know, 11:11. I had luck on my side that day, but he was so nice, made me feel so relaxed. He joked about some of the things, and he just made the experience a lot more enjoyable than it could have been. So we sit in the car, he asked me the question, was it the show me tell me question? And I get it correct, lucky me. And then I drive off. And we started off with the 20-minute independent driving. So I had mine with the sat nav, so I had to use the sat nav and follow it and make sure I was going in the right area, which I did, and it was all good and it was super easy. Like honestly, the route that I had was so easy and there were no problems for me anyway. When I've been having lessons, I've kind of had a problem with like meeting cars and like judging how much space they need to like pass by me if like there's not enough of actual room. But none of that happened, which was definitely, again, very lucky for me. I had no issues with like cars pulling out unnecessary. Like it was such an easy drive, which is why I can't really give any tips, because it just depends on what day you do your test, the other drivers around you. And I didn't feel nervous because my examiner was so lovely, and we talked a bit because I found out that I don't like sitting in a car in silence. I definitely like to talk, so me and him had a bit of a conversation. And then after the 20-minute independent drive, we pulled into like a shop car park, and he asked me to do my maneuver, which was the forward bay park, which is one of the new maneuvers that you have to do if you do your test in the UK from like, I think it started in December last year or like October last year. It's like a new maneuver, and it's honestly, for me, it's like the easiest one to do, just a forward bay park. And I got that, and that was great. And then that was pretty much it. Like 20 minutes for the independent driving, like 5 minutes for the maneuver, and then we just kind of drove around a bit, did some more roundabouts, and then before I knew it, the test was over, and he was telling me that I'd passed with only 2 minors. And I was like so proud of myself. It's something that I've needed to get done this year, and I'm so proud of myself that I've done it on my first go. Like, oh my goodness, I can't wait to actually drive in a normal car, in any car, and be able to drive myself to the shops and back, because it's just something I want to do. So yeah, I passed my driving test. Good luck to anyone who might be having theirs soon. I'm sorry I can't really give you any tips, because like I said, it all depends on if you're feeling nervous. Like, try not to feel nervous, just be calm, stay calm, take things slow. That's definitely what I did. You know, you've probably had enough lessons. I had about 40 hours of lessons, which is like the recommended amount. I had about 21 lessons-ish. So that's plenty. And I passed first go. Thank you to Red Driving School for helping me pass my first time. Thank you to both my instructors. If you didn't know, I changed instructors halfway through because I moved back home. So thank you to both of them for getting me to the stage where I can pass first go and I feel confident on the road. And yeah, good luck to anyone who might be having theirs soon, and I'll see you soon for another video. Give this a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it, and if it's sort of helped. I don't really know. I don't think there's a way that I can say this is how you're gonna pass, because it all just depends on who else is on the road when you are driving. But yeah, if you have any comments or you want to ask me a bit more about what the actual exam was like, leave a comment or message me on Facebook, on my Facebook page, which will be linked below. Someone did that and that made me really happy, because usually I get direct messages on Instagram, but message me on Facebook. Give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you soon for another video.